Welcome to Rauta. This video is done in commercial collaboration with our sponsor, Steelfest. Metal hails from Rauta. This time we have a band from United States of America, and this one is one tough crookie to be cracked because this one is of progressive and technical metal. One could say technical and progressive death metal. Contrarian with the Sage of Shekhinah. Now, the previous album by the band was actually quite a death worship kind of a thing, and as such, pretty decent of a release, featuring a lot of skilled, talented musicians. And okay, let's not break it. This jewel case seems to be very, very tight and stuck here, so I'll just show you and try to do it without too much reflections. Throughout Willowtip Records, this one is 2023 release. So as I was saying, the previous album was in fact quite decent and featured a lot of that death worship kind of a thing. So I could make the claim it was more on the progressive side of things than just progressive death, but these are sometimes just focusing on the details and of course always up for debate. Now, this case it seems like the band decided to put more metal to the pedal. That is, they decided to go a little bit faster, a little bit more off-road, and the result is unfortunately not as good. Now, I don't want to be just some mean dick here and say that this is full of crap and all that stuff, because in fact this particular album is at the same time to some degree enjoyable and also annoying and confusing. What does it mean in essence is that this is an album full of various ideas and some of them are better than the rest, and overall result is kind of something that I would say mediocre. I wouldn't call it lukewarm because this is very much full of details and lots of skilled musicianship. So calling this just like one of the many albums wouldn't really do justice to it. But featuring a lot of annoying and what the hell kind of riffs isn't just something that you can just give it a go and say like, yeah, get over it and all that stuff. This is very much for acquired taste and it seems like I don't have it. It's much like blue cheese. Some people are gonna love it for the fucking weird taste, and some people, including me, is gonna hate it. Now, I don't hate Contrarian or this particular album, of course, but really, I really can't say I was enjoying my ride with this going through multiple of spins. However, the easy thing here is this album barely goes for more than 30 minutes, and as such, it's quite easy to tolerate it thoroughly. But like I said, it features a lot of those what the hell are you guys doing kind of riffs which don't really seem to fit here in place. On top of that, and I get it for various reasons, I'll get back to that, the production of this album isn't exactly something that I would say solid and good. The thing here is sometimes the guitar sounds it's just like too weak. It's almost like did you really go with the demo guitars you recorded in your garage rather than going full studio? Or is it just intentional to sound kind of weak and lame? This goes especially hard when you do those more melodic, progressive riffs and go down with your, I don't know, the neck of guitar and doing weird kind of chords. And sometimes it's more like that just dun dun dun, if you get what I mean. So once again, we're up for a debate whether this actually counts as death metal when it comes to those riffs and all that stuff. But plenty of details is there to be found, and of course some people will find those more interesting. Especially, I guess, if you're a talented guitarist yourself, you might just like figure out like, yeah, man, these are so hard to play that they're fascinating. But if you're a crappy guitarist like me or don't play guitar at all, maybe a lot of this magic will just, vanish. It's not right there for you to pick up. It's much like with drums, unless you're really paying details with some of the fancy details and all that stuff like, wow, these are really skilled, hard to play kind of stuff. It might just feel like, yeah, it's just chaotic bunch of crap and you don't really enjoy it. Now, like I said, this is a hard album to crack because some of the ideas are actually really fancy, and I kind of wish they could have made this something, catchy of an album, despite being technical and going into very many progressive directions. But I guess it comes with the territory. This is the kind of stuff that if you don't have a kind of a soft spot for this kind of stuff, if you're not already like sweating out of happiness when you see the words progressive death metal, then this is just not probably for me. Not more than for me anyway. But like I said, I like the previous album, so of course I had some expectations that I would actually like this album a little bit more because it's not like things suddenly change too much, or it's not supposed to do that. Like for example, in my opinion, that's Symbolic is one of those 10 out of 10 albums. So on that background, it feels like I'm supposed to like this kind of stuff. When you have the progressive technical death metal elements, like it's like tick tick ting, sign me up for that. Now, when Contrarian is basically trying to do similar thing here, but they fail not only with production and vocals and songwriting, it's like, yeah, maybe this is not just meant to happen. Anyway, if you are looking for that, and if you, like I said, have a soft spot for progressive and technical death metal, give it a go. But just don't dare this to compare to, the masters of the given genre, and you're good to go. If you're looking for something really groovy in the world of more progressive metal and all that stuff, either go with Death or go with Dream Theater rather than this particular album. For me, it seems like a failure, maybe too ambitious and all, I don't know, but it doesn't really you know, it pales in comparison with the previous work. I guess that's all there is to say. Not bad, not good, but something in between. Thank you for watching the review. See you soon.